miss you. Hello, Explorer.
Welcome back, everyone. We're Seeking Tiki, and in this episode, we're driving from Tampa, Florida to
Disney World!
We are staying at Disney's Fort Wilderness for the first time.
We are. And like we mentioned in our last video, for those of you, our friends and family, that may not regularly watch our RVing videos, Fort Wilderness is the only actual Disney resort that is a campground. It is for RVers and campers. It is not a hotel. It is considered a resort just like the hotels, but it's for people like us with our Airstream.
So we're backing into our spot right now.
It's good. Yep, bring it back. You're good.
There's a ton of loops, and it is a huge property, but we found our spot.
I'd straighten it out a little just so you don't get too close to the water. Yep, you're clear there. That's good. Yep, bring it back.
And got set up right before it started pouring.
Literally immediately. It's like we've kind of had this luck lately, and we're filming this in June. It's right around Father's Day in Disney World, so the weather was extremely temperamental, and literally the second we were bare minimum set up, we heard a massive clap of thunder, and it just was pouring. We took the dogs out to go potty, and as you can tell, in just moments, they were completely soaked. I have almost never seen rain come down that hard. But we were undeterred. We're in Disney World. We don't care. It literally, the whole park could have flooded, and we would just have floated around and enjoyed Disney World. Actually, though, we did not go into any of the parks per se. I know you're like, what? We've been to Disney World before. We've been to various parks before this particular trip. That wasn't on our plan, but what did we explore this trip?
So we're going into Disney Springs right now, which is really cool. A ton of restaurants, shops, everything like that. So we went to one of our favorite places, actually this time just to make a reservation at the Amazon Cafe. Rainforest Cafe.
We love the Rainforest Cafe. It's super cheesy and like a mini theme park, but you know, we're a little bit cheesy as well, so.
And the next place we went to Disney's Animal Kingdom.
We did. We had dinner at Disney's Animal Kingdom, and it is so cool. But it was so cool to see the animals, just the park that they had there at the hotel where the restaurant was. It was amazing. If you haven't been there yet, they had giraffes, tortoises, all sorts of Lion King-esque creatures. Safari creatures. It was really cool. And they were out there wandering around in the yard, and you got to get like a really good view. It was awesome.
Yeah, we went to the main restaurant in the hotel and resort, and we had it was a Indian bread sampler appetizer that had different kinds of Indian bread, and also I think 12 or 13 different sauces for that.
It was so good. And like any sort of theme park or hotel type restaurant, oftentimes I feel like it's hit or miss. Sometimes the food doesn't have to be good because, people will spend money there anyway. But this was like amazing.
Yes.
So that was awesome. Check it out. Dan will put the name.
I will. And if you go, ask for the secret hot sauce for the bread plate.
The secret hot sauce.
And then after dinner, we went to check out Disney's Wilderness Lodge.
We did. We were kind of on a tour day resorts at Disney. We had never seen a lot of them. And we wanted to check them all out for next time, if ever there should be a time we weren't in an Airstream, where we might want to stay. And they're super fun, and they're kind of like mini theme parks in themselves. So next up was Wilderness Lodge.
The next morning, we walked around Fort Wilderness and checked out the resort. It's huge, so even if you don't go to any of the parks, there's a ton to do at Fort Wilderness itself.
However, this particular video of the gift shop, I would like to point out, is slightly deceiving. It is much smaller and has much less inventory than one would think. I was a little disgruntled about that. We had seen some Nomadic Fanatic videos, and it just looked like they had this massive, really cool gift shop. I was really looking forward to just clogging up our Airstream with a lot of unnecessary Disney souvenirs. Sadly, there was not a large selection when we were there. Fort Wilderness, gotta step up your game on the gift shop. Gotta do it.
Yes, you need more camping gear.
You do! You need more camping gear! We're campers. We want cool things for our RV and our campsite that have Mickey and stuff on them. We really wanted that.
And our next stop on our hotel tour is Disney's Key West Resort.
It was so cool because obviously we were just in Key West a week or so before. So we wanted to see how the Disney Imagineering compared with actual Key West. I must say, I was pretty surprised. Like, they actually did a really good job.
Yeah.
It truly had a Key West vibe. Gave some shout outs to Conk and other Key Westy type things.
Then after the Key West Resort, we went to the Grand Floridian, which we saw on Traveling Robert's video, and it really is beautiful.
It is stunning. And tell everyone your prior experience at the Grand Floridian. A young Dan went to the Grand Floridian.
Yes, when I was a kid, my parents and we stayed at the Grand Floridian years ago, so it was really cool to be back, and although I didn't remember much, it was really cool to be back.
You left out the coolest part of the story. Who did you meet when you were a kid at the Grand Floridian?
Who did I meet?
Prince William and Harry and Princess Diana.
Yes, I met the princess and the princess there.
They happened to be staying at the hotel when Dan was a little kid, and he briefly met Princess Diana, and she was with William and Harry. So that was cool. I had never heard that story, and we've been married for a few years. So how cool is that?
And another cool fact about the Grand Floridian is it is actually designed to look like the Hotel del Coronado in San Diego, California.
A fun factoid is a few months after this video is filmed, we actually went to the Hotel del Coronado in San Diego. We had to check it out and see, how close was it? It was pretty close.
Yeah, it looks a lot like it.
It was amazing.
And after the Grand Floridian, we got on the monorail and took a free ride. And a lot of the resorts on the monorail path are actually closed or undergoing renovations right now. But we stopped in the Contemporary Resort.
We did. We really wanted to see the Contemporary Resort. As someone with an architecture background, I have a specific idea of what contemporary means. It's typically very modern. This resort was the least contemporary thing I've maybe ever seen. It was sorely in need of an update, and in June 2021 when we were there, they were actually in the process of updating it. So luckily it was under construction, but it was so outdated. It was laughably outdated.
But the gift shop was open, so I got my Disney Tommy Bahama shirt.
He did get a nice Disney Tommy Bahama shirt, and I actually picked up my Disney shirt at the Grand Floridian.
So we hung out in Fort Wilderness for a few more days and went back to Disney Springs and checked out a few more cool places. And right now we are having a fire.
Enjoying our solo stove.
Yes.
We love it. We're obsessed with it. If you're an RVer and you don't know about solo stove, get one. If you're not an RVer but you have a cool outdoor porch, backyard, get a solo stove. It is a lifesaver. They are super fun, super clean, and you can build a campfire safely almost anywhere. So that was a big part of our summer.
So in the next episode, we will actually sadly be leaving Florida.
No.
We've been in Florida, I want to say almost a month at this point, and we still have so much more to see.
I think we were there for over a month. I still feel like we saw so much, but we didn't even, there's so much. Florida is huge. There's so much to see and do. There's so much we want to see and do. We are definitely going to have to go back. But this is a little taste of our Florida adventures.
Yep.
And where are we heading to next?
In the next episode, we will see you in North Carolina.
Woohoo!
We will see you on the road.
See you guys soon. We
have our Disney gear on right now. I found a Tommy Bahama Mickey shirt.
He did. It's a little wrinkly. Just ignore that.